Looks like they're having a party and we weren't invited. It's a good thing I brought a present for them. Time to go Super Saiyan and feel the flames of rebirth. Let's do a little bit of roundup. Wait.
There when you died.
Is that Sir Wade? Oh, I'm getting goosebumps again. It has been nothing but a nostalgic trip the last few episodes. We find Ambrosia after 18 years. We've just found Sir Wade after 18 years. You have my sword. And you have my bow. And my axe. Let us cut off their dicks. And, well, yeah, that's it. We'll just cut off their dicks. Make haste, soldier. For tonight, we take off their peens. What is going on, YouTube universe? This is Zirra. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode of Final Fantasy XVI. Sit back, relax, it is game time. Don't mind me, I've just been running around on the back of Ambrosia. Unlocking this Chocobo mount is a game changer traversal-wise. If you missed yesterday's episode, or any episodes for that matter, check out the playlist in the description. But, hello Bighorn. I've just spent the last 20 minutes or so just running around on the back of Ambrosia, drop-kicking enemies, flying around. It is great. It is so good. But we're going to head back to the hideaway because Gav has returned, and we have completed our quest that we were sent to do at Martha's Rest. We found Martha safe and sound, but not much can be said about the bearers that were under her care, who have been slain by the Imperials on the Black Shield. Gav, my boy.
Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
I almost forgot he got his eye attacked in that Titan onslaught that hit the original hideaway.
Words be ruled, pal Gav.
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
Wearing that scar with pride. Makes him look a little bit more distinguished, if you ask me. Oh!
You remember how quick the Empire was?
That's the Holy Empire.
Dominion after the fall of Drake's head. And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first.
Yes?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Does that bode well for us?
Their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming.
It does bode well for us.
It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
It sounds like a good play to me. While all the other territories are, you know, taking each other on in battle, we sneak under their radar.
Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
So there's 4 more.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps.
What do you suggest, Clive?
There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the 7 High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And And you're a Rosfield, of course.
I'm surprised Gav hasn't known this the entire time.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Sounds like we have a family reunion on our hands. And something tells me this uncle doesn't know that Clive is still alive. What do we got going on here? Pretty little Moogle. Otto's counter is now open. Okay. The following hideaway facilities are now available. Alliant reports, the Patron's Whisper, the Hunt Board. All three are located near Otto in the mess. I think those are things to preoccupy myself post-game. Sounds like you'd be sent off on missions and you get rewards for doing so.
For indeed.
But now we need to journey to Hawk's Cry Cliff. Okay, it's only a little bit away from the hideaway. Fantastic. Hawk's Cry Cliff. For those heathered highlands, one might catch a glimpse of Rotherlith Castle and everything else in between. We haven't been back to Rotherlith Castle since the beginning of the game, and I have a feeling that might be one of the final locations we go to, especially once Clive and Joshua are reunited. Southern Rosaria.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
Clive has embodied Sid
Wasn't it Sid who
incredibly
said that
well.
these are best left to dominance, especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
What's wrong, boy?
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
That's where they took her as a captive.
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
I think it only fair, and I shall help you.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Bloodlines.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than
Let's
likely,
move.
which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories, starting with the village of Amber.
I do love that the two chocobos that were part of Ambrosia's pack when she was known as Whiteheart join us and, you know, become the mounts for our companions. Very well done.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Ah, the Black Shield.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
I'm curious to find out more about the Black Shield, because when we met them the first time, it seemed that they were embodying
Welcome,
like
stranger.
traits and mottos from the Rosalith army, and Clive wasn't having a fucking bar of it.
There you are. You won't be disappointed.
Fuck, Elixir's expensive,
There you are.
but at least we're topped up on everything. 20,000 gil for a fucking orchestrion stroll. That is ridiculous.
Fare you well.
Fucking wasting my money. Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits.
I wonder if there's a resistance.
You'd have to be dull as a sack of
That definitely
salt
sounds like a
to take on the
resistance. You know,
Empire.
things going missing, Black Shields being killed. Sounds to me like somebody's working against the grain.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen him, didn't you?
Yes.
At least I think there was a Black Shield. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know.
It's the first
But
time
we
we've
need
heard
to
the
find
term
out.
firebrand used. Is that another word for branded?
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't
Answers.
help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing.
Excuse me?
I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you.
Oh, really?
To leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats,
We could have helped them, but they denied help.
in the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do?
We could
Perhaps the next
definitely
village
use
will
the
yield
extra
more
hand.
answers.
And swords.
Perhaps.
We can bolster our stocks big time if we can get them on side. Let's go see if we can find them.
Blood, Clive.
Very astute, Jill.
And still wet.
Great. I'm still wet too, you know what I'm saying? What's wrong, boy?
You were told to stay in your homes. homes.
I'm far from home.
Shields.
And you're about to learn that.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel.
I bear my pain too, you bastard.
Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again.
It has to be from Clive's past. He gets pissed off every time. Yep. He just said that himself. He'll show them a true shield of Rosaria. You're but a mere fucking mimic. Alright, where's the healer? Keep fucking healing their health bars when I drain them, you bastard. Time to go Super Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? There he is, curing off to the side, the bastard. Fuck off! I've had enough of your shit, mate. This fight would have been over ages ago had I just taken this guy out first. I'm a fucking idiot. Good night. Sleep tight. Fuck off. Enemy slain. Take all the spoils.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
That doesn't sound promising at all. I've got a feeling we're about to walk into an area that they've absolutely, like, decimated. Everyone's going to be dead. And that's the message they've left. It's not a figurative message, it's going to be a physical one. There's going to be bodies everywhere. I can sense it. It's going to be Eastpool all over again.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
Yep, I told you. Fucking bastards. This wasn't just a slaying, this was a statement. They're all branded.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
Because she's a dumb whore.
No. I never truly understood her. But these...
I think we all understood your mother from the beginning, Clive.
Clive.
Selfish, snooty bitch. That never accepted Clive because the Guardian, you know, the Phoenix overlooked him as an icon dominant.
We should go.
Always used to say that Clive was a stain on their noble blood. As soon as she made those comments in the beginning of the game, I knew that fucking we were onto something here with her, and she quickly became one of my least favourite characters from the get-go.
They may already be in Port Isolde.
We got a long way to go. Let's speed this up a little. Let us in, you bastards.
Boyfriend's dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
Let us in or we'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here.
Oh, getting enough
Fuck off. I'm the generous bastards. Those crystals belong to us all. I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties. Cut you down where you stand. Destroy it.
Fuck, it's gotten bad.
Through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
This is the place we're trying to get into? Holy shit.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus.
Oh, we're going to get in by going under.
We'll find our way into the city there.
Makes a lot of sense. I like it.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Well, we'll soon find out, won't we? Black light burns.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found
It's
who they were looking for.
kind of a little fucked up to think that in instances like we've just seen with people trying to find refuge in another place, people starving, people looking for a new home. That is so...
We know why the refugees didn't come.
It's so real. You can attribute that to current day real life, the world that we live in. And it's a sad prospect to think about that is the state that our world is in. But it makes stories like this so much more impactful when you can link it to something so close to home. The Lazarus District.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
What the fuck am I even doing? I'm so sorry. There are moments, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new around here, you wouldn't be familiar, but for those that have been here for a while, you can attest to it. There are moments in my gameplays where I, go out on a limb and come across as a real fucking moron. That was that moment personified. I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing or where I was going. I was just walking towards a wall. Zira, get a grip. Holy shit.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Oi! Come get some!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Yep, something tells me, Clive, we're not going to show ourselves out. Yeah, they have other plans. Looks like they're having a party and we weren't invited.
Or not.
It's a good thing I brought a present for them. Time to go Super Saiyan and feel the flames of rebirth, you bastards. Let's do a little bit of roundup. Fucking hell! Ladies and gentlemen, give me a broom because I believe that was a clean sweep. Holy shit!
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be.
Wait.
There when you died.
Is that Sir Wade?
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed.
He's one of the ones
You have
that
naught to fear from us.
accompanied us to the swamp in the second episode of this series.
Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
Oh, fuck, I'm getting goosebumps again. It has been nothing but a nostalgic trip the last few episodes. We find Ambrosia after 18 years. We've just found Sir Wade after 18 years. Holy shit.
We can speak inside.
And finding Sir Wade, I think, just gave us some allies that we very much needed. Oh, favour has turned, ladies and gentlemen, well and truly in our favour.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown.
Oh, I've got a new brother.
As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge. Then so do we. Make ready.
I think Clive's mother has always been like this, but his father has always been there to keep her in check.
If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
You have my sword.
So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
And you have my bow. And my axe.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Fancy an old school team up, Sir Wade?
Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
Welcome to the team, Sir Wade.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
Let us cut off their dicks. And, well, yeah, that's it. We'll just cut off their dicks.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Speaking of quartermaster, let's go talk to them.
We'll show him as much mercy as...
We'll talk to Wade first.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Good idea for an old school ambush. I
Now that I have
like
you
it.
and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Make haste, soldier. For tonight we take off their peens.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
Sounds good to me.
So we shall.
Quest accepted. Black or white. Enter Michael Jackson. Party members. Through the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. So now we have Jill and we have Sir Wade. We have opened up some new areas to go to on our map. I feel like we need to go to the shop and see if there's anything for us to grab before we
Allow me
leave.
to tend to your needs, my lord.
I don't think there will be. No, we do. Let's sell some stuff off. Let's make some gil before we leave. However, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to end today's episode. I think this ambush that Sir Wade speaks of is best to be held off and kick tomorrow's episode with. Get here, boy. Good boy. If you did enjoy today's video and have been enjoying this series, do me a favour and hit that like button down below. If you've missed any episodes or you want to catch up on the magic, as I said at the top of the video, series playlist is linked in the description down below. Go and check it out. And hit that notification bell before you leave, so every time I upload, you guys get that little ring-a-ding-ding in your notifications to let you know, hey, Zira's just uploaded a new video, you silly billies. You gotta go check it out. Right now. Do it. Please? But that's it from me, guys. I'm out of here, and as always, I will catch you guys next time. Hit subscribe, you bastard.